Durham region is growing. By the year 2041, our population is expected to grow to approximately 1 million people. More residents will mean more waste that the region must manage.
The potential population and garbage problem that is 20 years away. So why is Durham region forcing this new waste facility through during a COVID-19 emergency? The state of emergency management policy gives government special powers to expedite process in the interests of public safety. Why would the region want to push this through now? Do we not have more pressing issues? Maybe they are trying to force it through now because things like proper environmental assessments are not required during the state of emergency, and poisonous dioxin levels in Clarington are already reported to be 12 times over the acceptable limit. Besides, isn't waste reduction a more appropriate and sensible solution? Didn't we already spend billions on reduce, reuse, and recycle? Come on, man. Anyways, let's continue. Let's talk. What exactly is mixed waste?
By developing a mixed waste pre-sort and anaerobic digestion facility.
Again, isn't waste reduction a more appropriate and sensible solution? But let's talk about what pre-sort mixed waste actually is. It's the rotting garbage that is not in our recycle bins. It's the unsorted black bag garbage that is contaminated with all sorts of nasty non-recyclable stuff.
Which will be the first of its kind integrated waste management system in North America.
So Clarington residents are the lab rats again. Why don't we address the existing dioxin poisoning we are already subject to, especially since COVID-19 is a major health concern for everyone?
This new facility will only accept waste from within Durham region and will help delay the need to expand the Durham York Energy Center by diverting some of the additional waste created by our growing population.
The standing agreement for the existing incinerator in Clarington was to burn a max of 140,000 tons, and the region is already burning 160,000 tons. Now they are going to use trucks to ship in over 400,000 tons of contaminated black bag garbage waste into Clarington. Let's take a moment and listen to what the region of Durham is expecting us to believe.
Here's how it works. Garbage collected at the curb and from multi-residential buildings will be delivered to a transfer station.
Okay, wait. Shouldn't we focus on recycling? We already spent billions of taxpayer dollars on reduce, reuse, recycle. And telling people that there is some magical garbage sorting station, wouldn't that encourage people to throw recyclable material into the contaminated non-recyclable black bag garbage? And they are going to be shipping the entire region's black bag garbage directly into Clarington,
where the waste is loaded onto 50-foot trailers that will take the waste to the mixed waste pre-sort facility. Materials such as food and recyclables that don't belong in the garbage will be removed from the garbage bags.
So we are going to be taking out rotting food waste from millions of bags of contaminated black garbage bags. Well then, let's take a look at the waste disposal company that is supposed to be responsible for doing that.
Covanta's spin is that it is proud of its green reputation. That's the talk. The walk is that Covanta, a waste-to-energy company with plans of building a garbage incinerator in Elbert County, has been fined for air pollution violations in 12 plants within 7 states. Nearly $3 million in pollution fines for emitting excessive levels of pollutants such as nickel, soot, carbon monoxide, and sulfur dioxide into the air, and mercury and chromium into the groundwater. Do we really want Covanta Energy as our neighbor?
The region continues to blatantly exceed the existing incinerator's burn limit, and poisonous dioxin gas is already reported to be 12 times the limit. The region of Durham continues to refuse both health and environmental assessments. But let's hear a little more about this project.
The mixed waste pre-sort facility will complement the current green bin program by capturing additional organics from the garbage. Organic waste, like food scraps, will be separated from the garbage bags and processed, along with organics collected in the green bin program using anaerobic digestion.
So the region is going to add contaminated food waste from our black bag garbage to clean food waste that has been sorted into our green bins, essentially contaminating the clean green bin organic material with millions of bags of rotting black bag waste. Mix in all the contaminants and put it into an anaerobic digester.
What is anaerobic digestion? Anaerobic digestion is a natural process that uses microbes found in the environment to break down organic material and convert it into renewable natural gas known as biogas, used to fuel many items, and a nutrient-rich byproduct, or digestate, which can be used in agriculture.
Okay, so let's mix up poisonous chemicals from our black bag garbage and turn it into fertilizer. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's put contaminated food waste into clean organic material, then give it to our farmers to fertilize our food with. They must be kidding.
Anaerobic digestion is a safe, proven green technology.
The Ontario Federation of Agriculture already stated that this contaminated waste product would not be approved for Ontario farmers. And what are they going to do with all the black bag garbage they are shipping into Clarington? Yep. They plan to burn it in the existing incinerator, which is already emitting high levels of dioxin, poisoning our air, our water, our soil, and our citizens.
Dioxins are a family of chemicals that have similar structures and similar mechanism of action and similar effects. Dioxins are extremely persistent chemicals. Because of their structure, they're resistant to both physical and biological degradation. Dioxins get introduced into the environment by a variety of ways. Either they're directly discharged into water, and then what happens when it gets into water is dioxins are sticky molecules. They don't like water very well. They'd rather be in fatty tissues or fatty material, and they'll bind to particles, settle out into the sediment. The sediment actually gets eaten by small critters, and they begin to bioaccumulate up the aquatic food chain. If dioxins are emitted from an incineration process, from any kind of combustion process, into the atmosphere, a certain amount of the dioxins can actually be in the gas phase, but most of them, again, will be stuck to little dust particles in the air. And the same thing will tend to happen as happened in the water. They're bound to the dust particles, they'll come down with the rain, or they'll settle down, they'll get onto plants and onto crops. Animals will eat the plants and crops, and then eventually we eat the animals. So we eat the animals on land, or we eat the animals from the sea. And that's basically the way that dioxins get into people. We do think that at least for the general population, over 90%, in fact, probably over 95% of our exposure is from the foods that we eat, primarily foods of animal origin.
Now that we know what dioxins are and how they go into the air and poison everything, including people, let's just take a quick look where they plan to put this new rotting waste facility. The region plans to put another facility right next to the existing incinerator. This is where the dump site is to be located, less than 2 kilometers away from where our children play. Just upwind from our Darlington upper and lower soccer field, poisonous air for our kids to enjoy. And if we look in the other direction when the poisonous wind blows to the west, we can poison Darlington Provincial Park, which is only 2 kilometers away. Think about hundreds of thousands of tons of contaminated, rotting black bag garbage waste shipped from all over Durham into Clarington.
Environmental sustainability is a key goal in the Durham Region Strategic Plan.
Wait, did you hear that? If environmental sustainability is a key goal of the region's strategic plan, then why are they refusing proper environmental assessments and forcing this through during a state of emergency? Please sign our petition so we can ask the Minister of Environment to conduct the environmental assessments the region continues to refuse.
Durham Region's version of Clarington, we need to say no to. Visit us at claringtonclear.com.